Hey, all, this is Keith with the Common Sense Practical Prepper podcast. Friday the 13th, June 13th, 2025. And if you're suspicious or superstitious, well, you can be suspicious and superstitious, I guess. If you're superstitious like I am, gosh, I should edit some of this stuff out, but I'm not. If you're superstitious like I am, be very careful. Don't walk under a ladder, open an umbrella indoors, crack a mirror. Something happened, throw salt over your shoulder. I forget. Black cats, I got 3 of them, so I'm not worried about that. So this little blip is going to be a menagerie, a compilation, a potpourri. No, not potpourri. That's the stuff you put in your house when it stinks. That's okay. Anyways, not a potpourri. Okay, here we go. I want to talk briefly about Israel's strike on Iran and the strike on the nuclear enrichment facilities, and then the potential response by Iran and how it might directly affect me and then potentially affect you. Then I'm talking about some solar panels and some solar stuff I have going on. So politics aside, Israel struck late last night, and it's going to continue today, and it's going to go on, I think, Bibi said it's going to go on as long as it needs to disable and destroy the uranium enrichment facilities that Iran has. All right. That's happening. That's going to happen. We can't stop it. Okay. So what I am concerned about is the price of gas. So oil comes from the Middle East. We are going to become energy independent here in the States, but that's going to take a while to get ramped up. Permits are in the process and all that good stuff. But that's going to be probably a couple years till we get back to where we are actually selling our oil to Venezuela and the Middle East, which is not a bad thing. So 3 days ago, the price of gas here in Richmond, Virginia went from $2.70 to $3.15 almost overnight. Now, this is days before the attack and the strikes against Iran. But I don't know, maybe somebody knew something, or some deadline that somebody put into place was coming due, and everybody got a little nervous about that. However, there is a Sheetz that just opened not too far from my house, and their gas, I think for like the first 3 weeks that they're open, is $2.69 a gallon, which is by far the least expensive gas that I have seen locally here in Richmond. Now, it's a promo for them. And if you guys know anything about gas stations and convenience stores, normally their gas is maybe a couple cents less expensive than just the gas station across the street. And how they make up for that is you come in, you buy, a hot dog, a soda, some overpriced snacks or some chicken or something like that. That's how they make their money back. With gas station owners make just a couple cents profit per gallon. So if you get all upset, I'm paying $3 a gallon. Why am I paying so much? The gas station's making all this money. They're not. It costs them money in taxes, and federal taxes, local taxes, state taxes. That all adds up. So that's why the price of gas, depending on where you live, is fairly competitive. So I went and filled up down at the Sheetz, and I'm going to take my gas cans, my jerry cans, and I'm going to fill those up as well. I'm going to do that because it would not surprise me if Iran is going to somehow blockade the Straits of Hormuz over on that side of the world. That is a very, very narrow channel to get into the Persian Gulf. I may have my geography screwed up, but I think it's get you into the Persian Gulf. The Houthis, they're near the Strait of Hormuz. I haven't heard much from them. I think we bombed them back into the Stone Age over the last couple months. Haven't heard much from them, but it would not surprise me if Iran is going to send some more missiles and drones to the Houthis, and then they're going to start taking pot shots at the ships, the container ships, and the tankers going through the Straits of Hormuz. Again, it's a very narrow channel, and blockading that channel or backing up the ingress and egress and egress of the ships. I should really audit it. Jeez. That will probably tend to raise the price of fuel. Now, the price of fuel and the price of almost anything, there's a lot of speculation. So right now, if there was a threat that, let's just say, Saudi Arabia was going to cut off the world with their supply of crude in 6 months. Saudi Arabia says, okay, in Christmas, we're not selling any more oil to the world. Immediately, gas will be $20 a gallon. Although there's plenty of oil en route, plenty of oil at the refineries, plenty of fuel in tanker trucks heading to your gas station, everybody would freak out. And as you know, when prices go up quickly, like at the grocery store, they're very slow to come down. So it would not surprise me if Iran makes threats about the Straits of Hormuz, or a tanker gets hit by the Houthis, that the price of gas is not going to skyrocket. So just keep that in mind. Again, if you have containers and you have the ability of storing a little bit of fuel, then go ahead and do it. You're not hurting anything. Keep it for a couple, 3 weeks, a couple months, put some stabilizer in. You can keep it for 6 months, that sort of thing. So again, just kind of a hedge against a potential price increase. So that is done with that. Let's talk about some solar stuff that I'm doing. I recently purchased a 5,000 watt inverter charger. It's an all-in-one from SunGold Power. They're not a sponsor of this video, but if they want to be, you guys know how to reach me, practicalpreppodcast@gmail.com, or anybody. You guys can email me if you have any questions, practicalpreppodcast@gmail.com. And I also purchased a server rack battery, and VATRER, the Trrr is the name of the company. These Chinese companies, I'm not sure who their marketing folks are, but they do a terrible job at naming their different batteries. So however that is pronounced, I purchased that. And what I'm going to do is make a little mobile unit and put it on a very large hand cart so I can tote it around and keep it portable in the event I need it. Still working off the Delta Pros and the extra Delta battery for the chicken coop, the garage, my sheds, that sort of thing, with my 4 395 watt brand new solar panels I got about a month ago, and they're working fantastic. We talk about Will Prowse, P-R-W-S-E, I think. He has a YouTube channel. Most of the ideas, most of the solar stuff I get from his channel. He has over 1 million followers. And this guy is like a rags to riches story. So if you're interested in solar, electrical, or you just want to listen to a very smart guy, check out his channel and just go to YouTube and Google Will Prowse, P-R-W-O-S-E. He lives out in Vegas. Very, very knowledgeable guy. So I'm messing with that. Took the day off work. Got a long weekend coming up. And that is my little menagerie, my compilation, my potpourri of the things going on here. Thanks all.